I just watched a video of Ishowspeed. He was streaming. I think it's one of his IRLs from 4 years ago, and he had clocked out 600 subscribers. And he called his mom into the room to come hug him and celebrate him. And the mom just told him, "I don't give an F, bro." Hey, man, it just reminded me of my childhood when I was growing up, and I really wanted to have a mother who would have maybe protected me, nourished me, mentored me, and just guided me. I believe I would have been the great. I am a star, and I'm gonna be great, but I would have had higher chances of being, a child star if maybe. But anyways, sometimes they say it's according to plan, but that was so heartbreaking, man. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't mean to cry, man. But it just reminded me, by the way, when I was a kiddo, I really wanted to have a mom who loves me and just cherishes me, or rather, just to experience my first feminine energy from my own mother. So when I saw that, my heart broke. I felt a certain, sadness just, take over me, and I can only imagine the depth of what Asha's Speed went through, the depth of self torture, the depth of doubt, the depth of wanting to be accepted and loved by your mother, like a mother's approval. By the way, there's a Yoruban saying that goes, "A man, a son, is who his mother makes him," because your mom is your first feminine energy. She's your first female role model. She's a demonstration and a representation of what women are. So the first woman you get to experience in your life as a man is your mother. And if she disappoints you, if she rejects you, abandons you, neglects you, or breaks your heart, no matter what kind of abandonment, if a mother removes herself from a child's equation, whether willingly or unwillingly or situational, it's the word is abandonment. Unless they handed you over to foster care or child protection, whatever, when they weren't able to take care of you. But anything outside that, it's still neglect. So the first rejection you're experiencing is from your mother. It sets the pace for the rest of your life, and it becomes a battle and a wound that you have to battle through and heal in life, because your mother, who was supposed to love you, the first woman you came from, never loved you, never protected you. It's spiritual rejection, literally. It's spiritual abuse. It's spiritual disappointment and heartbreak. And that forever stays in your body, in your DNA, in your spirit, in your mind, in your heart as a man. And it needs a lot of healing and a lot of self forgiveness and a lot of consciousness. And that's why I believe, that's why maybe that's how I should speak is. But it helps you to have a big heart. And that's why I'm telling you, I learned the hard way. Growing up without my mom, I have learned the hard way about women, about mothers. Like, it took me so long to let it go, to forgive myself. And then now, when my dad died 24 years later, that's when my mom appears. It was crazy. It was wild. And that's why I believe Asha Speed's mom just did him dirty. And it's really sad that she's all over the place. But anyways, your mother, no matter what happens, yes, you can cut her off, but still maintain ties in a way that there's boundaries on in how she speaks to you, how she talks to you, because there's still that wound. And no matter how you say you forgive and forget, the wound still festers, and there's internal bleeding, hidden bleeding. Bleeding in a way that you're anxious about women, your relationships with women don't work. You always meet your mother in other women, because your mother is a demonstration and a representation of what women are. So the first example you had of women was heartbreak and disappointment from your own mother. It exactly sets precedents for the rest of your life, and it takes years to work on that. So I absolutely believe that that was a super unfair childhood. Just like, for me, I was a pain body. A pain body is a person who absorbs resentment, rejection, and anger and decisions from people because they're doing you a favor. So you absolutely become a pain body. And that's really sad and pathetic. I wish Asher spread nothing but love. He's such a great, he's God. He's got GOAT. And what he's doing, I believe he was a special child. He was a special child with special gifts. And I wish the mother and the father would have stayed together. But everything works out for your good. Look now, maybe he wouldn't have been the star he is if the dad and the mom were together. You know, he would have turned out to be just a spoiled kid. But because of the wahalas and the troubles, look, he's the greatest of all time in IRL streaming, man. So nothing but love. But that was a super unfair childhood. But everything works out for your good.